All right, starting and standing. You can have your feet hip width apart for a moment. Just settle in. You can have your hands on your belly, feeling the weight through your heels, feeling the rise and fall of your breath with your hands on each inhale and exhalation. You might start to feel your body swaying to auto-correct itself. And gently release your hands by your side. Open your eyes, and on the inhale, we'll raise our arms above our head. Inhale fully, holding your breath now. And exhale. Emptying the lungs. Inhale. Gazing up to your fingers. Hold. And exhale. Let's go a few more. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. Expanding the chest. Hold. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. You can place your feet now just about shoulder width. We'll start with some twists to just warm up the spine, get some blood flowing, letting your arms flop kind of loosely side to side, getting nice twists from the waist all the way through to your upper body, your thoracic spine. Gently warming into our practice. Okay, put your feet about 1 meter apart, nice and wide stance. You can have your feet facing parallel. So what we're going to do here is we're going to inhale, and then we're going to forcefully exhale the breath. And then inhale. Bend your knees if you need to. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back up to standing. Putting your feet about shoulder width apart now. Inhale with our left hand. And exhale over to the right, letting your hand slide down your leg. You can look at your fingertips, or you can just look down at your feet. Getting nice opening of the side body here. Inhale. Right arm comes up. Exhale. Let's go one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And come to join your feet together to standing. Okay, moving now to the top of our mat for Surya Namaskar A. Take an inhale. And exhale. Palms come to heart center. Settle here for one breath. And away we go. Inhale, arms come up. Slight arch in the back. Exhale, fold, fold. Inhale, right foot steps back. Hold your breath to downward facing dog. And exhale, you can come to your knees or through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, inhale. Gaze forward, exhale, left foot steps to meet it. Forward fold. Inhale, all the way up now. Slightly more expansion in the chest, in your back bend. Exhale. Namaste. Now on the left, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. Hold into downward facing dog. And through your chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, inhale. Right comes to meet it. Exhale, uttanasana. Inhale. Reaching up overhead. Expanding even more. Exhale. Palms come to heart center. Away we go again. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Nice and gentle. Inhale. Right foot steps back. Holding your breath here. Downward dog. And exhale. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up, expanding here into your back bend. Exhale, namaste. Last one on the left, inhale. Fully expanding into the back bend. Exhale, fold, fold. Squeezing towards your knee. Inhale, left foot steps back. Holding your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Right foot meets it. Exhale, uttanasana. Inhale, full expansion here. Exhale, namaste. Take a couple of breaths here. Feeling the prana moving around your body. Starting to warm up in the tissues. And on the next inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, jump or step to a wide position on your mat. Now your feet can be 45 degrees facing here, quite wide, around a metre, depending on the length of your legs. Okay, inhale, arms come to horizontal. Exhale, shifting the left hip to the left and reaching over to the right with the right hand. Right hand comes to the shin, left hand peels up to the sky. Engaging here in your kneecaps, drawing the kneecaps up, activation in your legs. your quadriceps. Reaching up with this left hand to the ceiling, peeling your left shoulder back. Inhale, coming up to horizontal. Go other side here. Reaching over to your left. Palm comes down to your shin. And gazing up to the right fingertips. Standing strong in the legs, reaching upwards and enjoying a really nice opening of the side body here. This version of Trikonasana. Coming back up to horizontal. This time we're going to twist our upper body to a 45-degree angle and reach forward towards our right shin bone. Grabbing your leg, clasping your leg with the hands and working your chest towards your shin. Should really feel this in the right side of your right leg. And hamstrings, of course. Gently coming back up on the inhale. Twist and turn and exhale. Forward fold over towards your left shin. Keep the engagement in your legs as you pull towards your shin here. Inhale, coming back up. Let's straighten up our feet here and we'll just exhale forward, fold, placing your left hand in the center of your mat, stacking your hand on your shoulder as we peel up our right hand to the ceiling. We want to try and keep our hips nice and square here, so leave them where they are and twisting here from the waist and the upper back, pulling this right shoulder back. Okay, you can gaze down here, lifting up nice and gently, back to horizontal. Exhale, forward fold, right hand comes down, peeling the left hand up to the ceiling. Keeping the hips square, trying to leave them as they were. So we twist from the waist and reaching up with this left hand towards the ceiling. Coming back up, nice and gently. Turning our left foot in about 15 degrees. Right foot goes to 90. Now you can line up, if you've got a line on your mat, it's very helpful, but line up your heel with the center of your arch. For this one, you can also line it up to heel. This is how I'm going to do it for today. Okay, arms come to horizontal. And on the exhale, reaching to your right. Engaging in this kneecap. And wherever your hand lands, it lands, reaching the left hand up to the sky. You can grab your big toe here with the right hand. You can place it lower on the floor. You can use a block if you need to. Always go within your limitations. Breathing nice and easy. Inhale, coming back up. We'll switch out our feet. Right, points in 15, left points to 90. Reaching over here and exhaling down. Nice deep breaths here, peeling that right shoulder back. Engaging in your feet, in your legs. Coming back up here. We're going to twist now, turning our body fully to the top of your mat. Left foot still pointing on a 15-degree. Right foot is pointing straight as we inhale and fold over our right leg. Nice and gently. If this is you and that's enough, you can stop here. If you have a bit more mobility and flexibility in the hamstrings, you can keep seducing your chest towards your shin bone. In and out. Inhale and soften more into the pose. Now keep drawing that right thigh back into its hip socket. On the next inhale, we'll windmill our arms up to the other side. Turning to the other side of the mat and folding over your left leg. Seducing your chest towards your shin bone here. Inhale, exhale, fold a little deeper. Windmilling our arms up. Back over to the other side. Left arm reaches up into the sky, slight arch here as we fold over for a revolving triangle. Left hand comes to the right side of your right foot. Right arm peels up towards the ceiling. Again, if you need a block, or you can rest on your shin, you just do what you need to do. Keep safe. Okay, windmilling back up on the inhale. Go to the other side. And exhale. Forward fold. Right hand comes to the side of the left foot. And twisting through the upper back. Left arm pointing to the ceiling. Gazing at your left fingertips. Okay, inhale. Coming back up, back to our kind of starting position here in horizontal. So from here, we'll start working into our Skandasana. So you can have your feet on a 45-degree angle, feet quite wide, a little bit wider, about a meter. Inhale, arms come to horizontal. Exhale. Turn your chest slightly and start to bend in the knee. Inhale. Turning the chest and bending in the left leg. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale. We'll start to lower all the way down to the floor, dropping that right buttock deeper and deeper and deeper towards your ankle. You can hold your ankle with your right hand and extending the left over the foot, or it can just go straight on the mat here and out in front. Sinking deeper with that right buttock towards the floor. Okay, inhale, coming back up. Exhale, left leg bends nice and slowly, lowering that left sit bone down towards the floor. I have a bit of a stiff knee from skiing. I have to go slowly and easily into this. Okay, palm can be on the ground here. Dropping and sinking that left buttocks towards your ankle bone, towards your heel. Coming back up, nice and gently. Now you can turn your feet so they're facing parallel. Inhale, exhale. You can put your hands on your hips here. Folding forward. You can grab your big toes, interlocking with your fingers, index finger and middle finger. You can go quite wide here, so make the adjustments if you need to. Inhale, extending the spine straight. Exhale, folding forward. Head coming towards the mat, using the traction of your fingers clasped with your toes to pull yourself further towards the mat, bending at the elbows. Okay, inhale, hands stacked underneath your shoulders. Elongate your spine here. And as you exhale, start to slide your feet into the side splits. You can walk your hands a little bit closer to your hips. Activate your feet here. Activate your legs as if you're bearing a lot of weight on them and trying to take the weight off your hands. Breathe here. Settle in. Inhale and exhale. You might sink a little bit deeper. It's quite an intense pose. One more breath. And exhale. Nice work. Gently coming back out of the split. You can heel toe your feet towards each other. And to release the groin, we'll press our hands into the floor and convex our spine. And from here, hands on your hips. And gently standing back up. From here, turn your feet about shoulder width apart. Feet slightly turned out. As we go into our Malasana squat. So you can hands come together and slowly spine keeping straight, sinking our hips and our buttocks towards the floor. Good. Using your elbows here, you can press against your knees. Get a bit more of a opening in the groin. Try and be as straight as possible with the spine. Here you can place your left hand to the ground, right hand up to the sky. Placing your right hand down, left goes up. Good. Coming back up. Slowly pressing through the quadriceps all the way up to standing. Okay. Now, I'm going to put your feet, come together with your feet, toes and ankles. We're going to raise our right leg up, crossing over on our left knee. Palms come together. And sinking down into this one-legged chair pose. Getting a nice stretch throughout the glutes whilst activating this left leg for stability. And coming back up. We'll swap over. Left leg comes up, crossing over our right. And as we sit, like you're sitting on a chair, into this chair pose. Feeling that opening of the glutes. This leg is definitely a little stiffer than my right. Coming back up. And coming to the top of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, jump again. Wide-legged stance. Arms out horizontal. Turning your left foot into a 45, right foot out to 90. Bending into our warrior two. Knee pointing in the direction of our middle toe, letting your left hip roll slightly inwards here. Arms extending in both directions as if you're getting pulled in both directions. Take an inhale here, flip your palms. Straighten that right leg. Exhale, bring your right elbow to right knee. Extend the left over the head. Gazing here at your left fingertips. Inhale. Reversing. Exhale, this time you can come all the way to the mat with your right hand at the side of your right foot and arm comes overhead here. Feel a nice extension right from these left fingertips all the way to the side of your left foot. If you want to take a bind here, you can wrap your left arm around your back. The right arm goes underneath to grab your left hand and then peel these shoulders back, gazing up at the ceiling. Okay, releasing back, down, and coming back up. Turning to the other side here. Right foot turns to 90, right foot turns to 45, left foot to 90. And bending into the warrior two. Extending through the fingertips. Inhale. Coming up. Exhale. Elbow meets your thigh. Extending through the right fingertips, through the side, waist all the way down to that edge of your right foot. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming down to the mat. Sweeping the right arm over. Gazing at your fingertips. Take the bind if you want. Right arm wraps around. Left arm joins and clasps the hand underneath. Lifting that right shoulder to the ceiling. Gazing to the ceiling here. And releasing the bind. And coming back up. From here, just step to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale, folding forward. Uttanasana. Squeeze towards your shin bones. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, you can step or jump to plank position. Okay, all the way down. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to lift our right leg into three-legged dog. Try not to hit the Christmas tree. Exhale, drawing your knee towards your forehead. As much as you can, pushing through the arms, engaging in the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, stepping that right leg all the way through. Coming up onto your fingertips here. Extending through that straight back leg. Lifting your waist off your thigh, not collapsing into it. And gazing forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, placing foot through, dropping the knee to the floor. Extending through the heel here. Left leg should be 90 degrees, stacked hip over knee. And start to seduce your body forward towards your shin bone. Chest, your centered line of the chest, should be in line with this inside of the right leg. Drawing that right leg back into its hip socket. And you'll feel a bit more intensity in this pose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, coming all the way through, placing your foot to the outside of your mat, then rolling your back leg and heel down to the mat. Fingers facing forward, gazing forward here. Dropping in the groin on the right side, sinking lower into the hip. Back into three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, drawing now. Knee comes through and placing your right leg across your body here. Lifting your left arm to the sky. Supported by this right arm, shoulder stacked over your wrist, pushing strongly through the mat. Okay, release back to three-legged dog. Exhale, come through center and place your foot between your hands. dropping that left knee to the ground, interlocking your fingers here, placing them onto your knee and lunging forward, getting a nice stretch through the hip flexor. You can keep going with a small back bend here by dropping your head back nice and gently. Coming out now, inhale, back to three-legged dog. Coming through, planting your foot between your hands and starting to slide down into Hanumanasana, forward splits. Now, I like to use a line on my mat to keep me nice and square. Try not to let the left or your hip to roll out like that. Try and internally rotate this left hip inwards. You can keep your knee lifted, engaged off the mat as you start to slide your feet further apart. And if you want, you can release your knee down to the mat, turn your toes away and sink further into your hips, dropping them towards the floor. Really important here, not to roll out and keep internally rotating, keeping square here with the hips. Coming up gently out of the pose, pushing through the hands back into our three-legged dog. And this time on the exhale, bringing your right knee towards your right hand and planting it down for pigeon pose. Same thing here with this left hip. Really try to internally rotate it so that it is in a really straight line. You might want your strap here, so hopefully it's handy. Okay, and a block if you need to place that underneath your right buttock. Inhale. Exhale, pulling a little bit on your fingertips as you pull this left hip further towards the floor. You can grab your strap here, hook it around the back, or if you have the mobility and you don't need the strap, then go for it. And nice and gently reaching the arms up, opening through the entire shoulders, chest, back, left thigh, gazing upwards. And you can release the strap. And gently make your way folding forward. Arms extending out in front. The forehead making its way towards the floor, or you can put a block underneath as well. Coming back up here, pushing your way back into three-legged dog. And right leg comes back down, down facing dog. Spend a couple of breaths here. We haven't spent a lot of time in downward facing dog, so feel free to pedal your feet, extending your heels towards the mat. Extending through from your index finger knuckles all the way to underneath your underarms. expanding in your upper back. You can gaze between your feet. Inhaling here, left leg comes up. Drawing knee towards your forehead. Really pressing through the mat here. Engaging in your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, stepping through between your hands. Left leg at 90, coming up onto your fingertips here. Gazing forward. Back into our 3-legged dog. And coming forward, stepping again through. In between your hands, dropping that right knee. Stucking your knee and your hip to a 90-degree angle. And sliding out your left heel. From here, drawing that left heel and hip socket back. Thigh bone comes back into its hip socket. And start to fold over that left leg. Coming out of the pose, inhale. 3-legged dog. Exhale. Stepping to the outside of your mat. Both fingers pointing forward, turning your right heel down to the mat, gazing forward here. Inhale. Left leg comes up, 3-legged dog. Coming all the way through here to the right side, planting our feet across our body. Pivoting onto our left hand and reaching up. Pressing the mat away strong, that left hand supporting with the strength of your side body. Gently coming back down, 3-legged dog. And knee coming all the way through. Dropping the right knee to the ground, toes point away. Inhale, interlocking the fingers. Exhale as you lean forward into your right hip flexor. Gazing back, dropping the head. Nice stretch through the front body. Okay, coming out, back to 3-legged dog. You know where we're heading next. Exhale, left side comes through, planting our feet as we slide into Hanumasana. Using the line, if you have one on your mat, internally rotating that right thigh, engaging in that right kneecap as it, using a lot of strength to keep it off the floor here. Sinking a bit further, creating space between your left and your right foot. If you want, you can lower that right knee. Free click. And extend and sink further into the pose. Check your alignment, seeing if you are still aligned on the mat, making any adjustments if you need to. Inhale. Coming back, pressing through to our three-legged dog. And lowering the leg into downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. Inhale, left foot comes up. Bending through, left knee comes to left hand. Dropping into our pigeon pose. If you need a block, place it under your right hip, or in my case, the cushion is closer. Again, internally rotating that right hip. Sinking down. If your hat strap is handy, you can grab it now. Hooking it around your right leg. And adjusting if you need. Into this variation. Getting a nice opening throughout the front body, throughout the right quadriceps and hip flexor, throughout the shoulders, extending the arms into the strap, and release. As you make your way down to the mat, with your arms reaching forward out in front. Sinking into that left hip. With each inhale and exhale, just melting a little deeper. And coming back out, inhaling, making your way back to three-legged dog. And lowering back into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you can step or jump through, making your way down to sitting position on your mat. I'm going to face forward on this next section. Okay, grabbing your block and placing it between your thighs. Dandasana, squeezing the block here. Hands pressing gently down through the mat. Spine nice and straight. Good, releasing. Take the block out. And then inhale and placing your right heel over onto your left knee. Using the crease in your elbow, you can place the right foot into that elbow crease, wrapping your right hand around, interlocking your finger, and cradling and rocking like a baby. Getting some nice movement into the glutes, into the hip socket. Can release. And we'll go the other side. Left foot comes over the right knee. Reaching your foot And clasping and interlocking your hands, cradling the baby. Might feel a little different from one side to the other. I definitely do. Okay, relaxing back down in front. This time, bending at your right knee, gently coming up and getting your heel as close to the perineum as possible and letting your right knee just extend out to the side. Grabbing towards your foot or grab your strap if you need to. Interlock at your feet here. And start to pull yourself towards your shin bone. Not so much your head towards the shin bone, but maybe your chin. The center line of your chest should be in line with the inside of this left leg. Seducing your body further towards your shin bone. And gently coming back out of the pose. Extending the right foot in front. Left knee bends. Bringing your heel as close to the perineum as possible. I have a little trouble on this side. And letting that left hip and knee open. Reaching out in front. Take an inhale here. And exhale as you start to seduce your body towards this right shin bone. Beautiful opener here at least in my hips and glutes. Take an inhale and exhale, melt a little deeper. Calming up gently. And here you can grab your block, placing it out in front of you. Going to do a little bit of core work here. Placing your heels on top of the block, palms right by your hips as we extend and push the ground away and lifting our buttocks off the floor. Like so. Really engaging in the core muscles. Gazing forward with the eyes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can move your block to the side as we extend the feet out in front, sliding our butt forward and really lifting up with the hips. You can dropping your head back if you want to. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering back down, coming back to that straight leg position. Block under the heels again. Palms resting by your hips as we start to push the floor away. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Sliding the block away. And sliding the bum forward and lifting up at the hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. Okay, you can extend your legs to the sides and the corners of your mat here. As comfortable as it is, as open as it is for you. Interlock in your fingers as we inhale, sweeping around like we're stirring a big cauldron of magic. Exhale as we come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Other side, let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Shortening the width between your feet here. Placing the block on a medium height and just slightly off center to the right. Your hands just resting kind of on their fingertips. We're not going to put too much weight because we're going to use our core as we lift our leg over the block. So away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shifting the block a little left of center, and away we go. 1, activating the core. 2, the hip flexors. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. You can take the block away. Give your legs a little shake. Okay, moving the flesh from underneath your buttocks so you can feel yourself really sitting on your sit bones here in Dandasana. Your right leg is going to come underneath your left knee here. Your left foot can stack on top of your right knee, or you can bring it out in front, whatever is feeling good for you today. I'm going to lift up to half lotus. This is a very difficult pose for me. It gets especially stiffer with a lot of skiing. Trying to now work on rotating this left thigh bone out to take the pressure off the knee joint. You can stay here, or you can start to reach forward with the palms and walking slowly further away. Surrendering to this pose. If you have full Padmasana, please go ahead, or by all means. Or if you're in the first variation, where your foot's on the ground here, take an inhale and exhale. Melt further and deeper into the pose. Coming back up, inhale, extending the legs out in front again. We'll move to the other side. Left foot comes underneath the right knee. Right foot stacks on top, or again, out in front. Adjust your hips if you need to, squaring up the body. Work on rotating that right thigh bone outwards. And when you're ready, you can start to melt even deeper into the pose. Creeping these hands forward. Softening in the hips, in the buttocks. Trying to release any tension you're carrying here through the hips. Gently coming back up. Shaking your feet out. Pivoting and making your way down to your back. You can bring your knees, planting your feet on the mat. Bring your heels as close to your buttock as you can. Interlocking your fingers under your back as we lift our hips off the ground, and grabbing your fingers, interlocking your hands, and shifting your shoulders underneath to really extend now your hips to the ceiling. And release, lowering vertebrae by vertebrae back down to the floor. Extending here your left leg. Right foot hooks over your left knee as you start to twist to your left side, pulling your right knee down to the floor with your left hand. You can extend your right hand out to the side. Enjoy this nice spinal twist. Our final pose as we lead into Shavasana. Coming back to center. Swapping your legs, hooking your left foot over your right knee as we start to push and twist towards the right side. Left arm extends to the side, gazing to your left. Back through center. Now grab any bolster or pillow or blanket that you need for your Shavasana. You can bring your ankles to the corners of your mat. And you can stay here for as long as you like. Palms facing to the ceiling. Breathing your nice natural rhythm. Gently letting your eyes close over. Relaxing the muscles of your face. lips can separate just a little bit to relax your jaw. As you sink deeper and deeper into relaxation here, and rejuvenation, feeling your muscles and soft tissues melting off your bone structure, pulling away, sinking deeper towards the floor. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. I hope you have a beautiful Christmas with your loved ones and a restful holiday. Stay here for as long as you like. Namaste.